you can be most prettiest girl in the world, but if you have this story inside that I'm not good enough, it's always like that.
And then they become anxious because it didn't go the way they thought it would, and they suffer because their prediction doesn't work.
I have this story in my head that everything is possible.
Because when there is fear, there can be love. And when you're afraid of something, it blocks this feeling of love.
What you believe in, you get it. No?
So how to connect to that energy? we were talking till 4 a.m. every day for the last week. Hi everyone, this is me, Lily Boiko.
Hi, I'm Natalie Gaidish.
I'm now visiting Natalie here in Miami.
Welcome.
And we decided to shoot a podcast on a topic that we were discussing lately, and it's about worthiness, how to feel worthy of having best things, living in best places, even if you're not there yet, like even if it takes you more effort to get it, still not to be afraid to go in there and
under your fear.
Yes, go into your fear and then develop yourself to feel okay in that place or
this level,
Yes. But before we will go to the topic, I want to remind you to follow us on all our social platforms, which are Instagram, YouTube, of course, Telegram, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, right? Yeah, so please follow us. And also Natalie has her own podcast. For now, it's in Russian, and she is also tell about yourself. A coach, a speaker.
Yes. Hi, my name is Natalie. I'm actually it's a big problem to speak about myself because I don't have that just one word, but just yesterday, just yesterday, I found my word, and this is a story changer. I want to explain what is it. I'm a regression practitioner, and of course I have a lot of instruments that I use in my work, but it's all about story that you tell yourself every day.
That's what we'll be talking about today, because people have so many stories in their head that they develop through life and that they are not conscious about mostly. And this is what they believe in, and that is how they project their stories on their environment. So people see you through that story that you tell.
Yes, because of course that all people is your mirror.
Yes.
What do you think about yourself? It's always showing in the world, and you have what you believe for.
Yes, and you are what you believe.
Yes.
For example, your background is modeling, right? Modeling business. You have a modeling agency.
I have my own modeling agency also, and online courses for models. It's like my business last five years. Yes, and so I have different background because I had a lot of businesses before, and right now I'm running the modeling agency, but it was always my passion. Psychology, coaching, when you can research your own
inner world.
Yes.
Yeah, English is not our first language.
So I'm so sorry if we do some mistakes.
But we are trying. Yes, so what I was going to say about your modeling agency is that models, your girls are so gorgeous. They look very beautiful, right? And they're like perfect body. But still, you told that you worked with their mind because the story they were telling to themselves is that they're not good enough, not pretty enough, someone is better. What if those girls that are very beautiful outside had the same beauty inside when they accept themselves as they are, when they are confident in their actions. They could have like any man they want. They could
Any job they
anything.
want.
Yes, and other girls may envy them, think that they have everything, like they can have everything, but because of the trash that is in their head.
Yeah, that's why I was saying it's all about story that you tell yourself. So you can be most prettiest girl in the world, but if you have this story inside that I'm not good enough, it's always be like that.
And people will see you like that. They won't even notice your beauty. Well, they would, like when they meet, right? But talking to you
but after that,
half an hour.
And have you know, it's also all about your body language. Because what you have inside, what you believe for, it's always in your movements, in your voice, in your, about everything.
Yes. How you hold yourself in public.
So it's really, really, really important. Just start from inside. And after that, the story, when you change, when you not change, but transform a bit your story. Because we all have some, from our childhood, we all have this stories that we received. It was some messages from our parents, from, I don't know, school friends, from anyone else. And after that, we started to believe that it's true, that I'm like this, but we can change that. We just need to transform that story that we are telling yourself every day, because you always. I want to ask you one question.
Okay.
Just if you start to check your daily thoughts, you can find there your story. And if we have this time to just figure out what is the story, and how this story projects
in real life.
Yes.
Yeah, this is why when I got here and saw your apartment, it's a very nice neighborhood, a town like on the shore of the ocean.
Yeah.
Yes, and how's Sunny
Isles Beach, yeah.
Yes,
Miami-Dade area.
Yes, and a very nice place. And when I was surprised, and I know your life story, how you always went like a little more than maybe you could afford at that time. And for example, I will tell your story how I see it, and then you will comment on it. Okay. So when we first met, Natalie, we lived both in Kiev before the war, in Ukraine, and when we met as bloggers, we were bloggers back in Ukraine, and when Natalie told where she lives, it was like upscale cottage town.
It's the best one, I guess.
Yes, in the suburbs of Kiev, and I thought that she's like a millionaire, or maybe her husband is. And then it turned, because the cottages there cost like more than million, and for Ukraine it's really a lot of money. And then it turned out that in that cottage town, there are not only cottages, but also like apartment buildings where you could rent an apartment for, well, probably higher price than in Kiev, or maybe depending which area you live, but it's like affordable. But people even didn't know that there are apartments there. And I, for example, even didn't search for it because I didn't research it to know. And that's why I didn't think of moving there, for example.
I think the same with the restaurants, everyone, like mostly people just don't go to some high value restaurants, some like fancy stuff. especially in Ukraine, because they think that it's so like expensive. But you can come there, and usually it's not a bigger like price that in some cafe. And you can also I don't know, you can order some only coffee, or you can order some, I don't know, some cakes, something
Yeah, but
like
you
this.
will get used to going
Yes,
to those
so it's
places.
all about to get used to have this life.
Yeah, and about feeling worthy of going there, right? Because a lot of people are even afraid to
same with-
go to that society. And I will finish the story.
Sorry,
about-
I'm sorry.
we were talking till 4 a.m. every day for the last week when we were together, first in New York and now here in Miami. And then when I came here to visit you, I saw that we moved to the US 1.5 years ago.
Same time, yeah.
Yes, and you, from the very beginning, most Ukrainians find a small place which is quite not cheap, but like middle, something middle, and then find a job, and then move to a higher, more expensive place. But these will take maybe, I don't know, like several years, because everyone is afraid to have a lot of expenses in a new country, especially if they have family, or like
I have a daughter, yeah.
you are divorced, same as me, and we have children, and you have your mother, which you also support, whom you also support. So like more logical would be to find a place which is much cheaper, and then like when your income will be stable and like 5 times more than that place, then move to a better place. But you, the same
I'm
as
not
you,
logical is not my word.
what you do, and you, before the US, you lived in Switzerland.
First, Switzerland, yes. So you know, I don't know why, but I always choose the best place where I want to live, because for me it's all about environment. You know, because I know that this is environment. It's also like the story. It's a story that you also can tell yourself.
That you get used to this level of living, right?
Yeah, so and for me it's really important to live where I like, because this give me more energy, and I can be more productive, and I can do more, because for me it's all about energy. Because if I don't like apartment where I'm living, if I don't like I don't know, a place, town, country, I'm not sure, but you know, I really need to like it. I really need to love it, to love it. And because of that, I can have more energy,
Inspiration to do what
inspiration to do more, inspiration to create.
But how are you not afraid that you won't be able to pay for it, for example, because it's like more than you can, not more, but just what you can afford? How you don't have any fears of something like misfortune in the future, right? This is, I think, what I can learn from you personally, because you always have these. For example, now you live in an apartment that you, I don't know how much the rent, like some not a cheap one, you're right. But now you're looking on houses that are $20,000.
It's not like I want to, and it's not like I want to move there next month.
But you believe in it, right?
Of course, it's always like that. I just know what I want. I just have this picture in my head that I want to live the life. Then just I don't know, like as I think I told you that I want to live a life that 2% people live. Yes,
like with personal planes,
yes.
jets.
So and for me, it's always and I believe that it's possible. I have this story in my head that everything is possible. Of course, I have some problems. Of course, I have some issues that I need to do and that I need to figure out how to do. But for me, it's always some challenge. And, I even don't stress about it. No. Of course, I did before. But right now, I just believe that it's gonna be how I want. It's not how I want. It can be in different ways, I don't have the exactly way. I have this intention that I want to be here, or I want to, I don't know, buy this, or I want to receive it, or I want to build some, I don't know, company or something like that. But I believe that universe will give me the best way, the best possible way to have it.
And you even don't know how it will come to you, but when you told this message to the universe,
relieve, just relieve.
Yes. For example, how you got a car, a loan for a car that you wanted to have, because when we moved to the US, of course, we didn't have any credit history.
Credit scores were slow,
I bought a car just for cash because I didn't have anything. But you got a loan for the car that you really wanted because...
It was the second time. The first time, I also... had the car
because,
like the same, because I always when I have this story in my head that the universe is really kind, and people really kind, and I always met some people who can help me. It's not about that I just sit and thinking about who can help me. No. Of course, I do it by myself, step by step. I do a lot of actions every day, and I can do it by myself. But when you just believe that everyone is really kind and helpful and can help you, you always meet someone who can just help you somehow. It's always about this connection between people, and it's the same for me. Like I really also want to help someone to get something, so it's like always like this. And I just meet some people who can help me with I don't know, with credit score, or to just be a consigner, and just this stuff.
Yes, this is how it works. So I'm now interested, like, more technical stuff. How did you get here? For example, I know that your sister is different about this mindset. You have an abundance mindset, right?
Right now, yeah.
Yes. So how did you get there? Because, for example, it was the same upbringing, right, in your family, but your sister doesn't see herself in the US because it's expensive and all the stuff.
So I think it's not only about that, because she likes Europe also, but I think maybe also this point too.
Yeah. So at what point did you let yourself feel that you can do anything, like afford anything and have the best stuff? How did you come to that?
Good question. I think through the life. It's also, I just start to realize that I said it before. I always met some people who helped me, but in different ways, like who showed me that can be different. It's all about my purpose, and when I just look back, I just see how how universe will guided me through life to come here. And of course I will go. It's not the point that I'm staying, it's I think we don't have any stability in our lives like at all, because it's not about to feel. We cannot feel stability if we only have money or something like that. It's all inside. Again, about the story. I think of course helps a lot. Training that I visited, coaching, I don't know, some events, regression sessions, and a lot of stuff that I did. And and I'm actually keep doing every day, like that practice that we did.
Tomorrow we're going to a sound healing
ceremony. Yes.
Yeah.
So actually, I did, and I'm doing a lot practices like meditation, yoga, and it also helps to just keep my mind calm.
Mm-hmm. And grow not only spiritually but also financially as well.
Yeah, and also I think it's all about I don't know how can I explain it in English or not, but I'll try. Yeah, it's all about your connection with your soul, with your heart, and you can say how you want, because usually people, they just live in their mind, their head, and their mind control everything. Mm-hmm. But it's illusion.
And they want to predict how it will happen, but it never happens the way you think now it would. And then they become anxious because it didn't go the way they thought it would, and they suffer because their prediction doesn't work.
It doesn't make sense.
Why have that prediction at all if you can just live in the present and don't try to plan what will... Of course you plan, but it should be flexible.
You just have some not goals, but some, I don't know, not desire, some dreams, something in your head, not in your head, in your heart, because you need to feel it. So usually people, they just live here. They try to control the life, but it's illusion. Anyone can, because only that we can control. It's our connection with
our inner self.
Our inner self, yes. And I think this is the first step that we need to do. The first step. Because after that, you start to feel, and you don't have, you don't need your brain to work so hard to try to control everything. And you have a lot of energy, because your brain don't stop this energy. There's this flow, and because people actually sometimes ask me, you work with so many people, you always do, I don't know, podcast, you film some video, do a photo shooting, and so
where do you get that energy?
Where you get this energy first, and after that, I think you feel so tired at the end of the day or after this. But for me, it was no, I really feel even more. I have even more energy than before, and they ask me like how do you do that? And I always said, if you live here, you live here in your mind, you don't have this flow. And when you speak with a lot of people, when you just do something, you always feel tired, because you use your own energy, your body energy. But if you connect it from here, you use that energy. It just always flow.
So how to connect to that energy? Space, universe,
space, regression session.
This
practice. I think it's about to calm your mind. The first. So you can start from meditation, and it can be not only about usual meditation, like just you can just sit just like this, or you can just walk. But the really important thing, what you're supposed to do, is just stop thinking and just focus here. What do you feel? Just stop thinking. It also can help some like music that you love, maybe some, I don't know, candles, some more relaxing atmosphere. Maybe of course like nature. So it's really helps you to feel your first body. So the first step, you can feel your body. So you just need to touch yourself. Also maybe to do some sports, or some not sports but some yoga or some stretching. Just stop thinking. This is the first step. Just slow down. If you want to do everything like this, right now I do a lot of stuff every day. A lot of I don't know
Calls.
a lot of calls, meeting calls, a lot of I don't know. I texted a lot with my team. We actually do a lot of stuff every day. But I'm calm. I don't have the stress inside. But before I had it, and it's so different. So different. You just have different life, and you feel life different.
Okay, so that was the first step. And what's the next?
For me, it was I worked with. I had some session with psychologists. It really helped me that time. It was actually before the war started. We had our last session when the war started, and for me, that time it was really helpful because I got some inner power that helped me that time, just to took my family, and just start my life
In a different
country. And actually that year, 2022, I started my life 3 times in different countries: Switzerland, then Dominican Republic, and then United States.
Yeah.
So but I realized that psychology, it's really, I think all instruments like astrology, psychology, like a lot of different stuff, it's all can help you in just different ways. But it's always if you start to go that way, when you start explore yourself. I always do some, I don't know, take some coaching. I always pay different people, even if I know that, okay, I know that, but maybe I don't. Maybe someone have some different story inside, then that can improve my story,
Yes.
So it's always about communicating with people. But for me, psychology, it was like I had this box before, It's all about, I had this box before, but after the psychology therapist, I had like this. It was helpful. It was helpful. But after, 1 year after that, I started to realize that
this box is small.
It's not enough. Yeah, it's not enough. I still don't feel like fully happy, fully feel love inside. So after that, for me it was really life-changing experience. It was regression session, when I just started to feel that love inside. Of course, we everyone feels that somehow, in some point of their life. You also have these moments when you just it's so good, it's so great, but after that your brain start to think
fears, because when there is fear, there can't be love, and when you're afraid of something, it blocks this feeling of love.
Yes, you can feel this like fear and love in the same time. You can. You just feel love or fear, and you need to choose. You need to choose. And like I always say, feeling that we have is only love. It's only one feeling that we have, love. We can call it love. We can call it like calm, cozy stuff. When you just
trusting,
feel like at home. Yes. And this fear and this feeling of guilt and all of that stuff, it's all about your head. It's not here. It's just you imagine something. You just told some story to yourself, and after that story, you started to believe that you feel fear or feel guilty and all of this stuff.
or that you're not worthy
Yes.
of living in your dream town.
So for me, it's all about first to find your story. That you just really need to find it and just see, okay, if this story, if right now I don't like what I have, or what relationship I have, or what friends I have, or what like business I have, no, so you just need to look to your story and just see, okay, if this story got me here, so maybe it's time to change that story.
Yes. Yeah. So first you have to become conscious of your story that you have now.
Yes.
And then you can work with it, with your help,
Yes.
to change, to transform it to the story that would get you to the place where you want to be.
Yeah, because we can get everything that we want. What you believe in, you get it.
Yes.
That's it. If you believe that you're worth this, you will get it. If it's not like today or tomorrow, you will get it in few years. I don't know. So, and also actually, when I have some goals or some dreams, I never put the date of realization.
Mm-hmm. So you don't have a visualization board for this year.
No.
You just have general.
Yes, I have just general on my phone. Actually.
I have for this year.
Maybe because I believe доверяю. I trust.
Unlock your iPhone first.
I trust that universe knows better. The God knows better
when to give it to you.
When to give it, but when I will be ready.
Mm-hmm. We were laughing so much when we saw that we both have our visual boards on our screensaver.
Let's show.
Yeah. It's so funny. It's like friends, you see. Yeah. Thank you very much, Natalie, for being in my podcast.
Thank you for having me here.
You're welcome. I hope it would be helpful for you as well. And if you got some insights from it, please share them in the comments below. And also, I will leave Natalie's channel. You can subscribe. And if you understand Russian, you can also listen to it. Maybe you will also switch to English at some point.
Yes, and also if you want to change your story, if you want to transform your story, just go through it. And if you need some help, I'm always here.
Yeah, I will leave Natalie's contacts. Follow us on all social platforms. Eternally fantastic, and see you in the next episodes. Bye. From Miami.